What you see right now is the most powerful sword possible in vanilla Minecraft. It took me over 100 hours and the use of an insane glitch called item shadow. Basically what this glitch allows you to do is to create copies of an item that you can take to an enchantment table, and when you enchant them, they affect all of the other items. This allows for the creation of the God Sword. And in this video, I'm going to take you through the entire process of getting this sword and the armor that goes with it. Now, to start, I'm going to need three main things: a ginormous update suppressor, a supply of infinite XP, and a cracked Minecraft account. More on that later. But first, let's focus on the update suppressor. Now, if you don't know what an update suppressor is, it's basically a machine that floods Minecraft with updates and causes certain updates not to process. This is what leads to things like sliced portals and what we're interested in, shadow items. Now, to build this update suppressor, I'm going to need 2,400 powered rails, a couple stacks of redstone blocks, a bunch of redstone dust, redstone repeaters, pistons, and of course the iconic sandstone. The biggest thing I'm lacking right now is, well, redstone. I have so little of it, and I only have a stack and a bit of powered rails. So it's time to get gathering. Now, there's plenty of ways of getting redstone. You can obviously mine it, or you can get it from a witch farm. But because I have a pretty cursed world, I think we should get it in a cursed way. You see, I have some pretty broken villagers in Minecraft. I mean, I've got this guy, which has an absolutely insane amount of trades. I'm still going. Okay, a lot of those trades are the iron trade. And then if I take that iron, turn it into emeralds, and come to this guy sells redstone for 1 emerald. And not just 1 redstone, but 4 redstone. For context, the current villagers in the modern version of the game, their max redstone trade is 2 redstone. So I get double the rate from this guy. Pretty OP. But for that whole plan to work, I'm going to need a supply of iron. And as of now, I don't have one. So it's time to build an iron farm. Now, because the ultimate goal of this video is to get an overpowered sword, I don't want to spend too much time building an iron farm, but I did want to show you guys just how different iron farms used to be in the game. Okay, so basically you take doors, add some villagers to the mix, and you have a village. Now, that is in and of itself okay. We want iron golems to spawn, so we had to have enough doors so that the village was big enough to spawn an iron golem. It had nothing to do with villagers being scared or not. It was just the size of the village. Now, farms were able to basically take advantage of this and stack them just like raid farms do today. And once you did that, you basically ended up with these cool farms like the Iron Titan, which is what I'm building up in the background here. Unfortunately, when I was building this, I made some critical mistakes and it didn't work. But don't worry, a broken iron farm isn't going to prevent me from getting the God Sword. The problem that basically happened was I was in the wrong coordinates when I built the farm, meaning that I had to do slightly different placements of the doors to get everything to line up properly. Because of this, and because everything got messed up and I ended up with a 12 village iron farm, I decided to do it all over again. A quick word of advice: if you are planning on building an iron farm in this version, I would highly recommend building instead a self-resetting iron farm. That way you aren't cursed with the burden of placing tons of doors in a specific order. Instead, you can just press a button and everything is good to go. I will link a few different designs in the description below that work for plenty of different versions. And here it is in all of its glory, working, producing iron. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at all of the iron golems drop. So while the iron farm runs, it's time for me to collect some more resources for this epic update suppressor that Captain Solo designed just for me. Thank you, that was epic. So out of all the resources that I listed earlier, I'm going to in addition need slime. My current slime farm is pretty trash. Let's have a look and see. I mean, okay, not bad. This is over the course of months of me playing on my world. Frankly, it's not going to cut it. So I figured while the iron farm is producing iron, I can go ahead and finally build myself a better slime farm. So I decided on a chunk right in the ocean near my base, and I pretty much just spent a little bit of time draining it out. And then, yeah. It was at this point that I started to realize how big of a project I've gotten myself into to get this sword. Okay, I gave it about half an hour, and this is where we're sitting. So this actually is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed with it. So what I'm going to do is just let this thing run in the background while I do some other stuff, and then I'll have to AFK it before we go ahead and build up the update suppressor. But I think now I have enough iron to actually start trading for redstone. So as you can see, I'm able to trade iron with this guy twice because he has 2 iron trades. This guy is the same. He also has one that is 7, which is awesome. I might have to trade this 9-1 to get him to unlock though. Yeah, there we go. And if I turn all this iron into emeralds, I should be able to trade it with this guy, the cleric, for his redstone here. Bam, like that. And I should be able to get myself a lot of redstone. Okay, and after doing all that trading, I was able to turn 2 stacks of iron blocks into 49 blocks of redstone. So with that rate, I should be able to get myself all the redstone I need for this project, which takes care of the redstone blocks, the repeaters, and the pistons, leaving just the powered rails and the sandstone, the 2 biggest ones. Now, luckily, I have already built a pretty good gold farm in my world. Up here, as you can see, this is Snow Crash's 1.8 gold farm, and it works pretty good. Now, some of these pushers do get broken, and then it stops some of the items getting collected. And of course, this farm is kind of a mess at this point because I did a lot of modifications, so it's not as clean as it could be, but it does get the job done. I'm just going to have to AFK here. And luckily, this also takes care of another problem that I need to solve, and that is my XP. Yeah, I do need a lot of XP so that I can enchant my items over and over and over again to get these special sword. Okay, I've finally gotten enough redstone and gold now, so what I can do is craft up the rails. I'm going to need around 2,400 rails, which is around 38 stacks of rails. So, yep, I think I should get to it. All right, and this is the amount of rails that we're going to need. I still have some spare gold and redstone from that, so that's pretty good. And this means I can check off the powered rails from my list, which leaves sandstone. This means the project is actually starting to come together, and this is quite scary because update suppression can really mess things up in my world, so I gotta be really careful about how this goes, because if I do mess something up, update suppression could put my world in a perpetual crash loop, which means I could never play on my world again. Now, the only problem that I have now is I need to figure out where I'm going to build this, but I've been thinking about it, and really all I need is a big flat area. And then I thought about what this is going to be doing for my world, and it just clicked. Area 51, everybody. If you don't know what this place is, this is basically a place where I've built some really wacky contraptions, like a data value changer, a zombie dispenser, a sand duper, and an iron golem duplicator. So I feel like this just fits really well in this area. And also because it seems that update suppressors are always made out of sandstone, this is just the perfect place to build it. But I do need to make this flat. And right now it's not very flat. So I'm going to get everything down to this level here, and I will bring you guys back. Well, we got some weird stuff going on with the light right now. I've been lighting this area up, and I actually made a mistake and have some dark spots. But look at this. It's so weird. I think if I place this, it will update all of it. Oh no, just this section. Interesting. I wonder what happens if I relog. What in the world? Well, by mining this area out, I was able to collect the final resource, sandstone, which means it's time to build it up. I decided to build it up on twitch.tv/PuffingFishHQ. If you ever want to stop by, I will be streaming random bits and bobs of me playing Minecraft over there. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I learned a lot while I did it, but it was really not that difficult of a thing to build. It was just placing a lot of rails mainly, and then putting a little bud line at the end. So normal sorts in Minecraft, as you see, kind of suck. And now that we have this giant contraption over here, I can make this thing one-shot any zombie and hopefully two-shot a wither. But I actually need to kind of come up with a plan for what enchantments I'm going to get on the sword for it to be able to two-shot a wither. So in Java Edition, the wither spawns with 300 HP, and that means I need to do at least 150 damage per swing to two-shot the wither. Okay, so a sword has 7 attack damage. Now we can bump up that 7 damage by using a critical hit, which will add 50% of the original damage. So that will take the 7 damage of the sword and bump it up to 10.5. That's a pretty good rate. However, it's nowhere near the amount of damage that we need to do to two-shot a wither. This is why we're going to rely on enchantments. Now we have basically 2 options to increase the damage output of the sword. We have Sharpness, which adds half a point of damage per level, plus half a point of damage base. or Smite, which adds 2.5 points of damage per level only to undead mobs. Now, Smite is the pretty obvious choice when we're trying to deal with a Wither, which is an undead mob. Now, this is where things get a little bit interesting. I can theoretically do this enchantment as many times as I want. The only limiting factor is the amount of accounts that I'm using. But let's quickly back up and kind of explain what I'm actually doing. Basically, what I'm doing is logging in with a bunch of Minecraft accounts, shadowing the item with each of those accounts, and then going to an enchantment table and enchanting the shadowed item, which means the enchantment is getting applied to the same item, meaning I get to stack all the enchantments. So I have to decide on how many accounts I'm going to use. Now, this really comes down to how good of a computer I have, or just how much time I'm willing to put into this. And I basically arbitrarily decided that I can handle 13 extra accounts for a total of 14 instances of enchanting, which means theoretically I could get Smite 70, which would definitely be enough. So how do I get these accounts? That's where, back in the intro, remember I said I needed a bunch of cracked Minecraft accounts? Well, now's when we're going to be getting those. Calling these accounts cracked is a little bit inaccurate because really what's happening is I am essentially turning one setting off in the server properties. I'm saying online mode is set to false, which basically means the server no longer validates Minecraft accounts that log in. So this means that I can start a Minecraft instance in offline mode, set any name that I want, and it will log into that server. And because there's no validation on the server, it won't check the UUID with the account name, and therefore the account will just be able to be on the server. Now, this is what leads to cracked Minecraft accounts because essentially non-validated Minecraft accounts are accounts that either haven't been paid for or are completely offline. I am using the ones that are offline. Now, because I'm running the server off of my own computer and it's, I'm not opening this server up to anyone else to use, it's pretty safe to do, but do not turn your server's online mode to false if you do have other people connecting to it, because that is a huge vulnerability to you. And so now it's finally time to do it. Alrighty, so this is kind of going to be almost a tutorial segment, and I'm hoping to make this as informational as possible so you can also do this yourself. And there's a lot to it, so I wanted to walk you through the entire setup that I've gone through and some things that I've done to make my life a little bit easier. So first things first, I'm using Prism Launcher. This allows me to have all these different instances. It also makes it really easy to launch in offline mode, just like this. Now for the server setup, you want to have your server properties. You are going to need to have one thing changed. Online mode needs to be false. This will allow those offline accounts to join. And then in your startup scripts, this is something you'll need to add. You'll just need to make sure you have a clause for the stack size of your server. This is only really important on Windows because Windows has a variable stack size. It's really strange. I will put this exact clause in the description for you guys to copy over if you want to do it. All right, so the next step is to log in with each account and set each account up with enough XP to enchant at least one time. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to log in with the account, come over here and go all the way to the top of my gold farm, collect the XP I need, and then return to the overworld and go to the update suppressor, like so. Now, if you couldn't tell, that means I'm going to need to do this 14 times total. And every time that I AFK at the gold farm, it's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half of AFK time. So to save myself some time, I decided that I'm just going to NBT edit each account, except for my main account, this one right here, to have 100 levels and log in roughly in this area. You can call me cheaty, but it's literally saving me 13 to 14 hours of just grinding it out where I'd rather be sleeping or something. So now what I'm going to do is launch up every single instance of this, launch the server, and we're going to do the sword. Okay, I've got all the accounts in. Every account except my own has the Smite 4 or 5 enchantment in their UUID or their data. Let's begin. So this here is for a specific method between 14W21A and 1.19, where the update suppression happens with the item swapping with another item. So the reason this is so important is because we need to make sure that whenever we click this item after the first shadowing, it's being replaced with a different item that's essentially going to disappear from the world. It's just going to be deleted. So that's why these are called sacrificial items, essentially. And we have a bunch in here just so that we have room for error. And yeah, so that's how you set up the chest. And then you have a block here. And then you have this section here, which is where the comparator is going to be placed on this level to be update suppressed. So to start things off, we're going to set everything up just like that. And that is ready to go now. So now what we do is we turn the update suppressor on, we update the rail line, and now we do the suppression, which is just like that. And as you can see, there's a bit of a lag spike. And if I show you really quick, there's our Stack Overflow error right there. Now what we can do is we can do the very first item shadowing. This one actually is quite easy. So you get one of your sacrificial items, which in my case is sandstone, and you get your item that you want to shadow. Open this up, and then basically you just replace it with that one, and then you click an empty slot. And as you can see, we get this weird behavior here where we have a sword here and a sword here. Okay, this is where things get very, very tricky, and you got to be very careful. I'm going to come over to the enchantment table. I'm going to put this account right here. We're going to open the enchantment table, and you cannot just pick this item up, okay? You have to press the number keys or replace it with an item. So you have to have an item in your cursor like this and replace it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to number key 3 in right here, but I also need my lapis. So we'll get 3 lapis here, put that in, and now we're going to press 3 here. There we go. We're ready to go. I got my sharpness enchantment ready to go on my main account. And now we do the next account. Now we have to redo all of the update suppression. Okay. So first things first, you need to get one of those sacrificial items. So I'm just going to get some sandstone. Okay. And I need some slime blocks so that I can interact with everything. Unfortunately, it is going to be nighttime soon. Hopefully that doesn't affect things. But yeah, turn the update suppressor off. Open the chest. Get an item in your cursor. Okay. Click the item and then click another item. Okay. And then you can click wherever. Okay. Now you have the item in your inventory. And if we go back to the original guy, still looks good. Okay. Always periodically check these things and make sure there's no like 0 stack going on. Okay. Good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to update suppress things. So we're going to set this up. Turn the suppressor on. Update the line, suppress. And now what we're going to do is, remember, we can't just directly click this item. We have to replace it with something. So we're going to do sandstone like this. Click a sandstone, click the item, click another sandstone, click sandstone, then empty. There you go. You have shadowed another item. Now we're going to come over here, grab our lapis. Number key, we got smite. Okay, now if we click over here, we're good. We got sharpness and we got smite. That's our first 2 accounts done. The sun is setting, so I'm gonna have to try and get this done fairly quickly here, but I'm just gonna take my time. Hopefully mobs don't spawn. Yeah. No! Okay, guys, this is okay. Everything's okay. I can repair everything. Although it might crash. Okay, we're good. Oh my goodness. That was so close. Okay, yeah, doing this at nighttime. I think, honestly, you should do this with a mob switch. Okay, but we have the item in our inventory. Let me quickly check everything. Yep, these are... Oh, no. I pressed escape, dude. Okay, as you can see, now we have 0 stacks. Dude. I have to redo it all again. Oh my goodness. Update suppressor is off. I'm going to do that. Place that. Turn the update suppressor on. As you guys know the drill by now. I'll grab another couple slime here. And we will update the rail line. There we go. Update suppress. And we will take the sword. Replace it with an item. Do that and do that. There we go. We've got the item suppressed. Okay. Now what I will do is I will go over to the enchantment table, grab myself 3 lapis lazuli, open the enchantment table, put the lapis in, press 2 there. We're ready to go. Next account. It's your turn, buddy boy. And now the important part here is that I don't click this. I use sandstone to replace it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, good. Right? Everything should be fine. If I check this guy up, we're good. Okay. Now, turn this thing off. Update the suppressor. Get rid of this. Place this. Place that. Turn the suppressor on. Update the rail line. Suppress. Open this up. Now, click item. Replace item. Click item. Item. And then we can click an empty slot. And if we open this up, you can see that that updates and we still have a shadowed item. And we're back to where we started. All right, guys, this is it. This is the final one. Here we go. I'm gonna do it. Oh my gosh, this is so intense. My heart is beating so fast right now. It's wild. And the final enchantment. Boom! It's mine. I have it. Holy moly, guys. Look at this thing. Oh my goodness, dude. Let's see what happens. I don't think looting works on it, but I think it should just one-shot a zombie, right? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so cool. What? Oh my goodness. I'm so happy we got this done. Okay. This is going to go right into this chest. Boom, boom. Along with the helmet. Look at that thing, dude. That is insane. Okay. It took me about 20 minutes. I'm going to have to mob proof this for the next few things, but that was such an insane moment. Oh man. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm gonna turn this off for now. There we go. All right. Oh man, that was intense. Okay, but before I continue, I kind of need to know: did I do it right? Can I two-shot the Wither? This is gonna be interesting. There he goes. Oh my goodness. Oh, he flew up though. Oh no. I'm not gonna be able to get to him though. Oh man. Okay, 3 shots. Oh man. We were so close to 2-shotting it. Okay. You know what? I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to re-roll with all smite. I think the problem that I had is that I had the 1 sharpness 4. Because if I had turned sharpness 4 into smite 4, I'd be at level 57 of smite, which was the bare minimum I needed to two-shot the Wither. Oh my goodness. All right, here we go. I can start all the enchanting again, and this time I have smite 4 or 5 on every account. So here we go. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at that. Okay. Let's take it out. We have it, dude. Because I'm nuts, I did this again with the sword, but this time with all sharpness. And yeah, here we go. It doesn't even fit on the screen. Okay, let me go to my main account and we'll just click this guy. It's in. We're done. We got another shadow item. Oh my goodness, dude. This is actually quite fun. Every single shadow item does take quite a bit of time, even with me doing some NBT editing for all these accounts. Like this is one of those really involved ones, but yeah, it doesn't even fit on the screen, guys. Let's compare it to the other two two swords, the Sharpness and the other Smite one. So here's the original Smite one that we got. Here's this one. Look at all the Smite on it. Okay, let's count it up here. So that's 48 plus 10 is 58 levels of Smite. So this should definitely two-shot the Wither. I'm actually so excited to try this out. I don't have any Wither Skulls, so I'm gonna have to go Wither Skull hunting, which is just incredibly stupid, but I'm super excited. Alrighty, so I have gotten enough Wither Skeleton Skulls, and now what I should be able to do is two-shot the Wither. Oh my goodness, this is going to be insane. One. Oh, what? Oh, man. Oh, that was so close, though. You guys saw that. Oh, my goodness. It was like 0 health there. Oh. Okay, I refuse to believe that this Smite Sword cannot two-shot a Wither. I did the math again. It 100% should be able to. So I'm just going to go down this tunnel and I'm going to summon him in, okay? And this guy shouldn't survive more than 2 hits. Like, I don't even know how he survived the 2 hits originally. Also nice diamonds. I like it. Okay, honestly. 1, 2. Why is it 3? That makes no sense to me. Let's try again. I refuse to believe that this is a 3-hit shot sword. Where'd he go? It's 3. I don't get it. What? No way. Okay, I'm in creative. It takes 3 hits. I really cannot believe it. I made a creative copy of my world. I thought for sure I should be able to two-shot him. But no, it's a 3-shot. Okay, I'm in creative in the most modern version of the game with a Smite level 58 enchantment on a sword. I summon a Wither. 1, 2. Yeah, it takes 3. It takes 3. It's just, that is what it is. However, if we do critical hits, we can two-shot him, okay? Success, success. Yes. I don't even know why it doesn't work without a critical hit, because from my understanding, right, Smite adds 2.5 per level. So we have 58. So 58 times 2.5 is 145, and then the base attack damage of a sword is 7. That's without the critical hit. That's 152. So that should, in theory, double shot a Wither without a critical hit even. But anyways. All right, so the theory has been proven that this sword should 2 critical hit shots a Wither. Let's do it. I have room to like jump and hit too. I'm just gonna wait for him to come this way. This way, guy. That was 1 critical hit. Yes, 2 critical hits. We did it, guys. We did it. It's possible. Let me light this up. It's possible. 2 critical hits. Oh my. Yes, yes. 2-hit kill a Wither. Also, yes, I did duplicate these skulls. I'll get rid of them. 1 sec. Let me get some flint and steel. I forgot I had a fireplace here. So, yep, we'll get rid of these. Boom. All the skulls. And I believe I got 1 legitimately, but the other 3 I did not. So, there we go. Another thing I want to like try and test is this armor, but I'm a little bit worried about testing it until I've actually got a stockpile of it. So let me quickly dupe some of this so that I can do some more testing. All right, we've got a stockpile here. Now what I want to do is I want to take a set of this crazy armor, and I want to see like what we can survive TNT wise, like, or just damage wise with this amount of armor. So let me get some TNT and we'll test it out. Let's just try it. Let's try 1 TNT. I'm almost certain I can survive 1 TNT. Okay, that took down half of my health though. How's my armor looking durability-wise? Okay, I mean it did stuff. Okay, I am less confident in this. Yeah, I don't think I would survive that. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. If I just stand here, I should take fairly little. I take 1 heart of damage from that. Whereas without any armor, I think I would die, right? Now if I'm a little bit closer, let's say like 1 block away. Like 3 hearts of damage. Now if we try 2 TNT, we're really close. Yeah, okay. 4 TNT. I mean, we like got launched up. I think I should be able to survive this fire for a while. Yeah. Like I don't take fire damage, is that right? Oh man. Yeah. Yeah, buddy. This is how good I am at Minecraft, guys. Oh, there's a half a heart. Oh, there's another heart. Okay, what if I eat? Will I just heal? Yeah. I'm too good. Well, there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to, I don't know, leave a comment saying that you enjoyed it. That would make my day. All right, bye.